Did you make it to InfoComm this year? Did you get a chance to see everything there? Well, of course you didn't. Neither did I, and I was there for a week. There's just too much to see and too little time to get to it.
Right, but, I've been meaning to ask you, Neil, about the girl I saw you with in that bar.
First off, I'm not entirely certain that was a girl, but we'll talk about that later. Plus, as you can see, I was way too busy selling programs at the show because I like to do a little of everything when it comes to the InfoComm show. As you can clearly see, people were dying to take these things from me. See? Well, maybe not him. No, not him.
Ah,
Anybody?
somebody actually took one.
So welcome to Las Vegas. We'll show you some of the products getting the biggest buzz and take you behind the scenes and let you in on a couple secrets that we learned from behind closed doors. I'm Neil Weber.
And I'm Clay Stalka. And today we're going to show you some of the things that you might have missed and that you ought to know about to stay on top of things this summer. Plus, as Neil said, we'll give you a sneak peek at a couple things coming down the pike that you're bound to be excited about too.
So, Clay, where should we start? What caught your eye?
Well, to get the show started, we got to meet up with the great folks from MyPro who flew all the way over from Taiwan to visit us. And they're probably glad they did with that typhoon. But
Right.
we've said all along that MyPro is a great battery-powered portable PA solution that beats the heck out of spending way too much on Anchor Audio. But seriously, to travel that far just to support us at InfoComm speaks volumes about the kind of people they are at MyPro. Their support is just fantastic, and their product quality and value absolutely reflect this kind of personal attention to detail.
I'll tell you, we're a good-looking bunch there.
Yeah,
And
we are.
our MyPro friends also reminded us that all their systems now ship with Bluetooth connectivity, so you can play music and content directly from your personal device. And talking about traveling to support us, Michael Christensen, who's the COO of Neats, he came all the way from Denmark to demonstrate all the great new features in version 1.8 of Neats Project Designer. Every now and then you come across a group of people who just immediately understand what it takes to earn a relationship with their customers. And I'll tell you that Michael and the entire Needs team in Denmark are just that caliber of a team. They're so pleasant, they're outgoing, and supportive of their customers, and it really makes you want to sell their control products.
Yeah, it really does, Neil. And the honest truth of the whole thing is that the very biggest buzz on the whole show floor this year seemed to be click share control.
When I was at the Barco booth for a meeting, everyone was coming up and asking them where they could see click share control. And all the Barco folks were like, you have to go over to the Starrett booth and see Needs. It was really eye-opening.
Yeah, it really was, Now, I know that click share control was new for a lot of people there, but I also know that you learned about it right here from us first. So we're not going to spend any time on that today. But if you're new to click share control, be sure to check it out in the Coffee Break archive, because it really was a big deal at this year's InfoComm. So anyway, after I had a chance to browse around the floor a little bit, I saw the first new hardware product that actually represented something fresh and exciting to me. Now, this is the Visionary Solutions E4000 encoder and D4000 decoder. Another streaming box, you might say, but I'm telling you, this one rocks. So this allows you to stream 4K ultra-high def over a standard gigabit IP network in cinema quality with, get this one, less than 1 frame of latency. I mean, the human eye can barely detect 3 frames delay, side by side, let alone a single frame.
Yeah, and they can pretty much replace any switch matrix distribution system by simply utilizing the flexibility and scalability of converged IP networks. So this is a real shot in the arm for you AV designers and IT directors because you now have a cost-effective alternative to your conventional video distribution systems.
4K over standard IP. Yep, 4K ultra-high definition distributed video, baby. Perfect for houses of worship, sports bars, schools, courtrooms, stadiums and convention centers, and the list goes on and on. So Everybody pay close attention to this because it's coming to a project near you soon.
That's very true. The second thing was a very pleasant surprise I found in my travels around the show on the first day. I headed over to visit with our good friends at Vivitech, primarily to see their brand new 6,000 lumen laser projector, which, by the way, is very cool and comes in at a ridiculous price. And by ridiculous price, I mean inexpensive. But while I was there, I learned that Vivitech's parent company, Delta, was making some of their industry-leading LED displays available through Starin. Now, if you've ever worked with LED display tiles in indoor signage applications, which some of you may not have done that yet, it can be a real bear to work with. That's because the display modules, or cubes, as some people call them, are not made in a 16:9 format. So imagine these modules that look like LCD displays in a square format without bezels that you need to assemble like a puzzle to make up the finished size you need. This alone makes LED displays a product segment that most AV integrators tend to shy away from. Well, at last we have a native 16:9 low-profile solution to give you the brightness of LED technology in a modular format that's comfortable for AV integrators. Now, the picture you see here I took with my iPhone, and the LED display was so darn bright that it really doesn't photograph very well. But if you've seen small dot pitch LED displays, you'll know that these things look phenomenal.
Yeah, I don't know if this one came out any better either, but the dot pitch is so small that you can barely see the LEDs up close, never mind that 6-foot recommended viewing distance. And they come ready to mount right on the wall with all the parts and the pieces that you need. And these LED displays run right off standard 120 volt AC power. So for anyone who wants to get into the LED video wall products for command and control, for signage, and for lobbies and public spaces, you now have a native 16:9 solution. And it makes installation for you a breeze.
And the thing that blew me away, Clay, was that they run extremely cool, generating very little heat, unlike a lot of LED walls.
Yeah, you're right about that. And that's a big deal because LEDs are typically kind of hot.
Mm-hmm.
So now on day 2, I found another hidden gem. This new FX4 display wall controller from DataPath. Now what makes this little box a brilliant discovery is that it provides a standalone solution in a small footprint that's perfect for any size signage, or for that matter, many large display applications like command and control, as we said, as any example. Now, the FX4 features a DisplayPort 1.2 main input along with two HDMI 1.4 inputs. So it offers either 4K, that's 4096 by 2160p, at 60 frames a second, or ultra high def 2160p at 30 frames a second respectively. The intuitive user interface allows users to determine which input is used.
And with DataPath's intuitive wall designer software, it's easy to configure any content from any of the multiple inputs to display across a monitor group. This allows the support of many non-rectangular screen arrangements with uneven gaps, as well as any mix of monitor orientations, which really makes for some cool designer-type displays. As an example, high-quality downscaling allows a display of a 4K source on a single output, while other outputs can crop and upscale to create an almost unlimited multi-screen canvas.
You know, so like the Vivitech Delta LED displays we talked about, this new find can make it awfully simple to design and set up just about really any video wall system.
And our fourth cool find from this year's InfoComm show comes from our friends at VFI, also known as Audio Visual Furniture International. Now, this is a huddle space type desk with an integrated mount for up to a 70-inch display. But what makes this solution really different than most is that it raises and lowers electronically so that meeting conferences can be conducted equally as well from seated or standing positions. Now, I know that my ass is getting bigger from sitting in this chair. And with all the talk about health risks associated with sitting down all the time, this automated solution makes it ergonomically easy to conduct business in a much healthier way.
Now, this table has a customizable cable trough that can be easily changed as our conductivity needs change. And, you know, that makes it easy on the integrator and on the customer for a change. Plus, it's available in 12 different table finishes to match just about any decor requirements. Neil, I know you're so concerned about your decor.
I am, very much, yes.
So if you're in need of any of the latest ergonomic furniture solutions for any huddle group or small meeting space, you don't need to look any farther than the VFI new TLF 4x6.
Now, before we tell you about our fifth and final cool thing we saw at InfoComm 2016, Clay and I want to share some insider information with you on a couple of exciting new products coming out shortly from Clear One.
Well, first off, Clear One announced the new family of professional DSP products, the Converge Pro 2. Now, they'll be available with built-in VoIP, telco POTS, USB, and Dante interfaces, all built in, and they'll be across several different SKUs. Now, each unit will come with 12 mic line inputs and 8 mic line outputs, except, of course, one model. You know, just like their current Converge Pro 840T. With that one, the 48T, I think is what they're going to call it, and that model has 4 mic line inputs and 8 mic line outputs. Now, they also have a dialer app for Android and iOS tablets. Cool, huh? And that'll make conferencing even easier. Plus, full integration with Crestron, AMX, Extron, and, of course, our own Neats control products.
But of course, each of the new Converge Pro 2 models can be easily daisy-chained with any additional Converge Pro 2 models for easy expansion with just a single CAT cable.
That's cool.
And their already best-in-class DSP has been improved upon even more, totally leaving Biamp in the dust again. Their next-gen DSP features improved AEC for conferencing application, plus it adds advanced Pro Audio DSP functionality, so Converge Pro 2 can now be specified as a true Pro Audio processor. Now, there's a model, the 128SR, that eliminates the echo canceller and the telephone interfaces, so it immediately becomes extremely competitive in that sound reinforcement arena.
Yeah, that is cool. And, you know, with all this new DSP comes the next generation in their incredibly popular beamforming mic. Now, this one's called the Beamforming Microphone Array 2. The acoustic intelligence and the adaptive ambience has been improved, as though it needed it, but it's even better now, so that it's got better performance with the Converge Pro 2. And better yet, a single CAT cable can now provide signal, power, and control for up to 3 beamformers per Converge Pro 2.
That is wicked cool. Now, although the new beamforming mic 2 looks just like its predecessor, the performance of this next-gen mic puts it further ahead of the Shure solution in both quality and speech intelligibility. And there's a new mounting option that allows ceiling mounting from a traditional projector pipe mount for extended drops, and then open ceiling and truss-mounted solutions, which you tend to see more and more. So look for the new Clear One Converge Pro 2 and beamforming mic 2 around the end of the third quarter this year.
Now it's time to reveal our fifth and our final really cool thing that we saw at InfoComm 2016.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Barco revealed the next product up in the amazingly successful ClickShare family, the CSE 800. It's a 1RU design, and the CSE 800 will be true 4K ultra high definition dual screen wireless collaboration. Now, the 2 sets of antennas that you can kind of see here on this pre-production unit are because the CSE 800 will be active on both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz wireless bands simultaneously. And that provides flawless connectivity for even more simultaneous participants. And with the dual screen capability, a total now of 8 devices can be displayed 4 side by side at one time.
Jeez. The CSE 800 is also going to have 2 HDMI inputs for content from any number of external sources that can be combined with the screen sharing sources, and a dual network interface for bridging across public and private networks. And they've added digital audio output for better connectivity to installed sound systems, which is a great idea. And of course, full compatibility with AirPlay, Miracast, and Google Chromecast, which, by the way, they announced will be out for the CSE 200 in about a week, along with the expected fix for some issues with certain Mac computers.
Now, as you can clearly see, the CSE 800 gets this huge thumbs up from our very own CEO, Bill Mullen.
That is a big thumbs up. Now, just so we're very clear here, this was a sneak preview from this year's show and from your pals Neil and Clay. So don't go out selling the CSE 800 today because it's just not available. We're expecting the CSE 800 to be available on the 1st of 2017. In the meantime, look for the new firmware coming out in a week or so, and we'll have a couple really nice promos shortly for the CSC 1 and for the new ClickShare button expansion bundle. So please stay tuned for those.
Now, before we go, do you have any final thoughts, Neil, on products that are coming our way soon?
Oh, but of course. I want to mention the new Video 360 Clearwater camera system. You probably already know about the Clearwater. It's a Video 360 compass camera on an Intel Unity computer that they call Zoom Ready. But of course, you can add any conferencing app as well, like Skype for Business, GoToMeeting, WebEx, or Spontanea. But they did show us this cool prototype of a new Clearwater system with built-in next-generation tracking. It uses a combination of facial recognition and infrared technology. And so the new tracking system will track a presenter like no other camera before it. So whether you turn to the side or turn your back or do somersaults, this new system is going to track you like only a manned camera ever could. So you can see from the prototype they showed us this tracking system is not real just yet, but it was a big enough evolution in the PTZ camera world that we wanted you to be the first to learn about it. You can get the Clearwater system right now, but the Clearwater system with the advanced tracking should be ready by 2017.
So, before we run out of time today, Neil, let's give away a gift card for one of our lucky friends.
Let's do that. And congratulations to Mike O'Rourke, Peach State Audio, for attending today. Well done. Loved you in 9.5 weeks, and the Pope of Village, the Wrestler.
Can I have your autograph?
Oh wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Mickey Rourke. That was Mickey Rourke. Never mind. But Mike, congratulations anyway. It's a little comedy. Also, we had a brief trivia question about what did I try to buy Clay's silence with? What was the amount? It was $1,000 in our promo. Thanks for listening. And Todd Walker, Premier Group, is the winner of the $25 gift card for getting that one right.
Yay, Todd.
Both.
So please tell all your friends and coworkers to join every other week at this same time because, we'd love to have you as the next gift card winner.
Hey, thanks for giving us your 20 minutes today to share some of our best finds at InfoComm 2016.
And remember to join us on Friday, July 22nd, when we'll bring you some exciting new information on live video production. And remember, you can go to our website anytime to watch all of our AV Meetup sessions on demand.
You don't want to miss the one on Friday the 22nd. That's going to be very, very cool. Tell your friends. Now, for more information or to register an opportunity with us or to set up a demo or to have a deeper dive into these products with a personalized online workshop, please contact your Starin Business Development Manager directly or just email all of us here at myteam@starin.biz. Hey, our time's up. We do promise to address your questions and interests directly. It might even be Clay himself that calls you with your answer. So we'll see you in a couple weeks when we let you in on how you can be successful and profitable with video production systems. Goodbye for now. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.